Hello guys, my name is Alexey and today I will show you a few Figma tips and tricks that will speed up your work and will make you a better professional as a designer. First of all, let's start with auto layout. When auto layout was introduced, it quickly became one of the most popular features.
With a simple Shift-A shortcut, you make parent auto layout frame, and the child elements of this parent frame will inherit its parameters. Auto layout is a great time saver for creating things like lists. You can create the gap between items. It's also very nice for things like dialog boxes, image groups and much more. The great variety of controls that auto layout provides will serve any of your needs. It allows changing from vertical to horizontal layout, to wrap layout, which means that you have a fixed size and whatever goes beyond this fixed size goes to the next line. And if you decide to add more elements, so you copy them and they simply fill the parent auto layout component. Another great usage of auto layout is creating buttons. Let's create a text style button, and especially grouping buttons with images like icons. Let's select the text and the icon and again press Shift-A. Now it's inside auto layout component. Let's give it the fill color, something like this, some vertical padding, horizontal padding, add some corner radius, and now you see we resize the button, nothing changes. But if we change the horizontal gap to auto and start resizing the button, you see how nicely it spans across the entire width of the button. Very cool feature, very widely used. I use it all the time.
Now let's talk about renaming layers. Keeping your file organized is a good habit that will help you and your teammates. No matter whether you are creating a standalone landing page or a corporate website with 50 pages, the clear hierarchy and naming structure for layers help a lot.
There is a very nice shortcut in Figma for renaming a bunch of layers. So you select all of them and you press Command R. You get this pop-up. In this example we have images. Let's call it image, and we want the numbers after each image name so they are not all the same name. We click number and rename. Now all the images has the proper names and numbers. Normally you had to go one by one, renaming each layer separately, but with this feature you just press Command R or Control R on Windows and rename a bunch of similar layers all at once.
The next thing is scaling. Scaling is an essential tool for any project.
As you might know that scaling could be done like this, by holding and dragging one of the corners. If you hold Shift, it will scale the image proportionally. But there is also one very nice shortcut for this scaling feature. Let's create a bunch of different shapes. Now if we select all of them, we press K and you see this scale toolbar appearing here. We see that it's 1x right now. Let's put 2 and it resizes everything proportionally twice as it were before. Really nice. If you want to go back, we can type 0.5. Very nice, especially if you want to scale multiple layers at once.
Now let's talk about copying styles. When you have an element that you want to take a style from and copy it to another element, it's quickly done with this shortcut.
Another great time saver is copying styles. Let's add some fancy layer style so you can see how it works. So we have this circle with a shadow, with a stroke, and we have this gray rectangle. We press Option Command C, select the layer that we want to get the same style, and press Option Command V. On Windows it will be Alt Ctrl C, Alt Ctrl V. Really nice. Especially if there are many layers that you want to get the same style. You select all of them, Option Command V, and all of them get the same style. Amazing thing to use.
Another super important thing is components. Using components will save you tons of time. If you work with components, creating instances will help you quickly swap variations in and out.
I would call components one of the pro features that you can use as a designer, but it's a great life and time saver for me, and especially if you are managing big projects. How to use components? For example, let's create a button. Use the same auto layout feature with Shift A, give it some fill color, and let's name it button 1, and let's create another button with a bit different fill color, a different text color, and for example different corner radius. How to create components from these buttons? We press Option Command K and it makes this element as a component. Same with the second button, Option Command K or Alt Control K on Windows. And if we want to combine these two buttons into variants, we select both of them and we see this button on the right side of your screen, combine as variants. Now let's imagine we have some app mockup and we have certain elements in this app. Let's make it look like an app, some image, some title and a button at the bottom of the screen. We copy one of these buttons, paste it here, resize it to our needs, and let's copy this screen. For example, it's a totally different screen of the app, but the button is still an element of that screen. What components serve for? Let's imagine the style of the app has changed after a while. You just have to go here, select the fill, change, boom, and it changes across the entire project. Super useful, super quick, no need to go screen by screen and change it everywhere. Another thing is variants. So we created two button variants. Let's say we decided to change this button to be purple. We go here, we see that it's component 1, like we have this name here, and we click and we see two variants. Change it to button 2, and now we have this purple button here. Again, we can change the style here and it will nicely change across the entire project. That's what are components made for. Super useful, I recommend it to use it in your projects, don't forget about them.
And now a bonus tip for eyedropper tool.
If you decide to change the color of any element, no need to go every time here, select the eyedropper and apply it to your element. You just select the element, press the I key on your keyboard and you see the eyedropper tool like this. Super quick, super useful. Please use it in your projects. You are welcome.
Hope you liked this video, hit the like button if you did, subscribe to this channel and see you in the next one.